Hello, my name is Efren Carrillo, and I serve on the Sonoma County Board of Supervisors, representing the 5th District. For as long as I can remember, I've always been interested in public policy and potentially working in the governmental field. One of the memories that comes to mind the most was as a 10-year-old being a recipient of the generosity of a nonprofit called Habitat for Humanity. And I remember my father looking at me as a young 10-year-old and just recognizing the fact that there was a community that came together to help my family and said, just don't forget that. And for me, it's always been a process, whether it's working in nonprofits and whether it's working for the state or working for the county. I've always admired people's ability who want to be in public service, and I felt that it was an opportunity for me to make a big difference, or make a bigger difference. Oftentimes, sitting on in this role as a supervisor for the county, we are asked to make decisions or cast votes that don't always please everybody. And I think one of the challenges of this position is being comfortable with that, having an understanding that you're not always going to make everyone happy, and the decisions that you make aren't always going to be agreed upon by everybody. For me, doing my homework and trying to ensure that I feel comfortable with the decision, it gives me a sense of hope that I'm doing the right thing, even when folks may not be pleased with that decision. I'm very physically active. If I've had a tough day and a decision was made and people were unhappy, I tend to go on a run or go to the gym to try and decompress. And quite frankly, that is the one aspect that allows me to continue doing my job, is having that component, the physical component, part of my job, or part of my life, to continue to do the work that I do here on the Board of Supervisors. Sonoma County has been an innovator when it comes to energy independence and climate protection. And one of the highlights that I've had serving on the Board of Supervisors has been having been invited by the White House to come to Washington, D.C. and share the Sonoma County experience around our innovation to implement some of these programs. I mean, having the opportunity to speak to the White House directly about what we're doing here in Sonoma County has been a breathtaking experience, and really something that I didn't expect before coming on the board. One of the questions that I've always had asked of me since early in my childhood is what do I want to do when I grow up, or what do I want to do next? And from my perspective, and I've always believed this, is I want to be doing something that has importance not just for my community, but has importance and is fulfilling in a way. Whether it's in public service, whether it's working for a nonprofit, or for a company or an entity or an organization that can influence positively, that's my dream and my goal long term, is to be in a position to have that ability to participate in that way. I remember having a conversation with a former mayor here in Santa Rosa who shared some perspectives around policy, government, and politics. And one of the things I remember, and I know this hasn't said before, is him sharing the perspective that if you're not at the table making decisions, you're going to be on the menu. And from my perspective, I didn't want to be on the menu, and I didn't want anybody else to be on the menu. So I figured if I could bring folks to the table to discuss some of these tough issues, some of the challenges that we have in our community, we could improve our community, improve our county, and try and work that way instead of having to make decisions that were potentially having negative impacts on folks.